Hello everyone, this is Science Learner book for grade 3. Today I'm starting unit 4 lesson 4.3 food chain. So let's start. Look at this picture. What do the different fish like to eat? What about this? The big fish eating the small fishes and the small fishes eating plants. They're not the only ones looking for a meal. Look what the small fish eats. Two boys, they're watching the fishes what the fish eating. Okay, consumer, food chain, energy, and producer. In this lesson, these are the vocabulary words. So let's start. Zara and Aaron are in the sea, observing fish and what they eat. They can see that the seaweeds grow in the sunlight. Seaweeds make their own food using sunlight. Seaweeds are producer because they use sunlight to make their own food. Producer mean any kind of any kind, which is any kind of thing which is making or any living thing which make their own food, not depend on the other thing. Like human, they are not producer. They depend on vegetable and other like animals. They are also depend on other food which they are not making. But the plant, they are producer. They make their own food inside. Okay, with the help of sunlight, because they use sunlight to make their own food. Animals and human are consumers, so we are also consumers. Why? Because they have to eat other living things to get their energy. So we are eating plants, we are eating animals to get the energy. So we are consumers. Producer only plants. Energy from food means you can grow and move. Every part of your body needs energy to grow, to make it to work. In different environments around the world, different animals eat different things. Some animals eat only plants. Other animals eat animals like lion, tiger. They're eating only other animals. Some animals eat plant and animal both, like chicken. So it's eating both. So we show all this on a diagram. We call it a food chain. A food chain shows us how different living thing needs other living thing to for food. This arrow on the food chain show the direction of the energy flow. So there is a question: name some animal that only eat plant. So let's write it. Different, mostly mammals. So let me write the name like mice and goats. They're eating only plants. Sheep, cow, and a lot of. So just write at least 5 names. And elephant. So there are some name the animal that only eat plant. Okay, you can see the activity one: food for a mouse and a cat. The seeds are made by a corn plant using a sun energy. So the mouse eats the seed. The energy from the seed goes into the body of the mouse. If a cat eats the mouse, the energy into the mouse goes into the body of the cat. Obviously, the energy. Now the mouse eating a corn, so the mouse energy it's going to the body of the cat. Let's show a food chain of starting from here. It's the producer. It's getting the energy from sunlight and create food by itself. After this, consumer. like mouse, it's eating plant or found different products. So get energy from the producer, and then consumer, they're eating the mouse and getting energy from the consumer. Okay, copy this food chain. Make sure the arrow show the direction of the energy. What is the corn? What is corn? The producer. Why is the corn the producer? Why are the mouse and cat are consumer? So we can see here producer from the sunlight. And the corn is for producer is to make its own food actually. So the producer actually making its own food and with the help of sunlight, and the mouse and cat eat other living things. So they are consumer. So we write here make its own food from the sunlight, and the mouse and cat, mouse and cat both, what they're eating. They're eating, okay, mouse and cat eat other living things. So they're called consumer. Activity 2, drawing a food chain. Look at the environment shown by the picture. Draw a food chain for this environment and then write it out in word. Start with the plant and draw in different and consumer. Make sure you draw the correct arrow correctly the right way. Okay, a food chain is a model which help us understand how living things get energy. So you can see here the worm they are eating from the soil. There are some minerals or some plants. So and the worm eating by the bird, and the eagles they are eating the other birds. Like this, this is the life cycle starting from where. No, sorry, food chain. This is starting from where, from the producer, then worm, then bird, and then eagle. Yeah, instead of here putting the worm, they're putting a grasshopper. Okay, grasshopper they're eating grass, and then bird they're eating grasshopper, snack eating bird, and hawk they're eating snakes. So look at this food chain. Observe how the arrows show the energy moving from living thing to living thing. Draw this food chain using word and arrow only. Now answer this question. If there was no grass, so what would happen if there is no grass? Because it's starting from here. So if there is no grass, then grasshopper cannot eat. There is no energy, it's die, and then bird not eating grasshopper because it's already dead. And like this, this food chain not started. Then at the end, the hawk eating snake. Snake also hungry. It's not in a bird. It's died. So what do you think? What happened if there is no grass? So without grass, many animals. So we can write it without grass. Many animal that they are eating grass. What happened to them? They would hunger or die. So that the other animal they are eating, that animal, they are also finished. So the other animals also die. So without grass, what happened? Then the animal they are eating grass. They hunger or they died, and also the other animals like hog, snake, they also died if there is no food for them. So if the weather, question two, if the weather was very cold and the snake all hid underground, what might happen to the hogs? So if the weather was very cold and the snake, obviously they're hiding under the ground, so the hog would have less food. So maybe it's die because the hog they're eating snake. If there is less animals, so it will be die. So many hogs, so they might be die. So science help us after this. The last thing, science help us to look at living thing in new way. We know plants are needed for all life on Earth. How has science made you think differently about things like plants? Obviously, plants, starting from the plants. Even we are eating mostly the plant and also animals. If there is no plants, so animal cannot eat, they die. And if there is no animal, how we can eat animal or meat? And also, if there is no plant, so we might be die without food. So because our body need food to grow, to move, so without these things, it's not possible. So let us stop here. 4.3 completed. In the next video, I will start the new lesson. Goodbye.